Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Tuesday, January 19th, 2016, around 7:11 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. 7-Eleven is a convenience store, a chain convenience store. There's two in Billerica. It's going to be a very sunny day, but ineffective sunshine. Cold, only about 20 or so. Wind chill value is going to be below zero, so bundle up, wear layers, and this weekend, possibly a nor'easter. Keep you posted on that. Some news to report. Dallas Mavericks beat the Boston Celtics by a score of 118-113. The UMass Laurel Riverhawks men's basketball team beat Vermont by the score of 93-82. The Golden State Warriors are now 38-4. They crushed the Cleveland Cavaliers last night. The Warriors probably are on the road to 70 wins. And the Detroit Tigers signed Justin Upton, outfielder, free agent, for a 6-year contract with $132.75 million. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is about the former HBO sports / talk show series On the Record with Bob Costas and Costas Now. The On the Record and Costas Now was on the air for HBO for about 8 seasons from 2001 through 2008. It was hosted by Bob Costas, and it was a mix of a talk show / sports show. On the Record with Bob Costas debuted on HBO on February of 2001, and the show was On the Record with Bob Costas. It mixed sports with people who were in the entertainment business and politicians. It was like similar of Bob Costas' show that he hosted late night on NBC for many years back in the 80s and 90s, later with Bob Costas. Bob, for the first year of On the Record, it was mainly a sports show. They had 3 segments. One was an interview with a actor or actress who was a big sports fan, and then the second segment was about a topic that on the world of sports that was very big, like Major League Baseball steroids, the NBA, NCAA basketball, NFL, and a few others subjects. And the third segment was an interview with a sports star. And the last segment was Bob Costas would have 9 and 90. He would answer questions that viewers would send in to him through the internet or the chat rooms on the Record, and Bob Costas didn't know which guest he would have. It was a famous person, and he would try to answer the 9 questions within 90 seconds. That was pretty good, and it was an hour-long format for the first year. One interview Bob Costas had on the Record was very memorable. The first season, it was Vince McMahon, WWE owner. Bob Costas was grilling him with questions on the failure of the XFL, and Vince McMahon was getting very, very mad. He was almost going to punch Bob Costas on the air. That would not be very good. Even though it's on HBO, it wouldn't be very good. It would have brought a PR nightmare to the WWE and HBO and NBC Sports, which Bob Costas also works for. The second season of On the Record with Bob Costas in 2002, it was reduced to a half hour. He eliminated the panel discussion, and it was basically an interview with a sports star and an actor or actress who loved sports, and they also had 9 and 90. The third and fourth season of On the Record with Bob Costas, 2003-2004, the focus was more on Bob interviewing, movie stars and politicians, and newsmakers instead of sports stars, which was, basically kind of being phased out, and it returned to an hour-long format. They would usually show it late at night. Bob Costas would joke when On the Record would air. It would air before reruns of G Stealing Diva, and his show was, with all HBO series, 13 weeks, and the ratings of On the Record with Bob Costas was okay and stuff. But in 2005, On the Record was reformatted to be Costas Now, and it turned from a weekly HBO series to something that was either monthly or quarterly. And Costas Now lasted about 4 years on HBO, and usually Bob Costas would have subjects on it, like the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, and all other sports, the Olympics, and he would have guests from all the sports and stuff, and he would have panel discussions and stuff. And the last year of Costas Now, it turned into a town hall forum type setting with issues going on in the world of sports, which was pretty interesting. Costas Now and On the Record with Bob Costas ended in winter of 2009 when Bob Costas signed a deal with MLB Network, and in the contract he signed with MLB Network, he could not work for another cable network, so he had to drop HBO, and that was it on Costas Now. It was On the Record with Bob Costas, and Costas Now was a very, very interesting series. Bob Costas is a great interviewer. He's a great opinionator. It was, probably one of the greatest HBO series, sports series of all time, next to Real Sports with Brian Gumbel, which had some of the elements of that. And Bob Costas is a great interviewer and stuff. That was a memorable interview he had with Vince McMahon, probably one of the best. I was just waiting for Vince to deck him and stuff. And I think Bob should, if he ever leaves sports, he should be an interviewer, host his own interview show, and he could interview lots of people from the world of sports, entertainment, politics, maybe local television stars. I wish he could interview Julie Button. That would be funny. That would be a hit. And that's about it on that. I'll be back later, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, with 2 more video blogs. One will be about the Hungry Tiger, the Billerica, Massachusetts, and the third and final video blog of the night will be about former NHL player Brian Bellows, who spent most of his career with the Minnesota North Stars. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Rosenblatt of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart is so stunning, and she's got nice legs as well. Amy Swenzy of Leash 2 rocks. And Barbara Gibbs has a sweet southern accent, and she's the best. In the words of Dr. Thomas Sharkey, former principal of BMHS, this action will not be tolerated at BMHS. Don't forget Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Questions, comments, concerns, shout-outs, or plugs, private message me. It will get shouted out, and it will get plugged. If you don't send me any shout-outs or plugs or questions, comments, concerns, can't address them. See you later. Bye now.